Let me see. Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, we all good, man. All right. We done added NXT as an extra show. We done had a few people get called up to the main roster. Few people get signed to Raw and SmackDown. So we a little bit overcrowded on those shows. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roster. Just the roster for now, until up until shit. What was I saying? It's the roster until now, until I add more people. Then I'm gonna start working on the tag team division. Right now, we got three divisions: the NXT World Championship division, Smoking Skull Championship. That's gonna be our mid card title until we download some more championships, and then the women's division. So this is the only division that has a champion right now. Geneva Rose moving over from WCW following her rivalry with Stephanie Vaquer. She is the NXT inaugural NXT Women's Champion. And then we got Ivy Now, Natalia, Jada Parker, Kendall Gray, Karma, Chris Statlander, Ronda Rousey, Starlight Kid, Tony Storm, and Willow Nightingale. For the men's side, from the mid-card championships, and kicking off the show tonight, we got Xavier Woods facing off against Killer Cross, for the Smoke Skull Championship. We got Vikingo, D'Lo Brown, Adam Cole, Evil, aka what's his name in NXT right now, Naraku, I think. Killer Cross, Mark Briscoe, Santos Escobar, Xavier Woods, and Angelo Dawkins. One half of the Street Profits. Yes, the New Day and the Street Profits have been broken up in this universe mode in order to each separately chase singles gold. Then for the world title chase, we have Miles Bourne. I don't know why he number one. Ignore that. We got Miles Bourne, LA Knight, Chad Gable, Okada, Kurt Angle, JBL, Kofi Kingston, Aleister Black, and a repackaged Montez Ford. And let's go take a look at the match card for tonight. Like I said, we got Xavier Woods versus Killer Cross kicking off the show. Following that, we got Miles Bourne going up against JBL. LA Knight versus D'Lo Brown versus Santos Escobar in a triple threat match to determine the number one contender. Well, if LA Knight wins, he'll be the number one contender for the world title. And if D'Lo or Santos win, they'll be the number one contender for the mid-card championship. Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale goes up against Geneva Rose and Jada Parker. And in our main event for the world championship, we have Montez Ford versus Kofi Kingston versus Aleister Black versus Kurt Angle. Let's get this show on the road, man. Hold on, I want to watch the show. All right, while this starts, hold on, let me just see the intro real quick. New Day. I want to unlock the why is he coming out with a water bottle?
The following contest is scheduled for
I want to unlock what you call it, the Kofi Kingston 2008, so I can get. I wonder do they have his SOS theme song?
making his way to the ring, representing
SOS.
New
I
Day.
hear them shout. What is it? 2008? I think it's 2014.
205
It's still his New Day persona, but they got a different model for him because I don't like the hairstyle they got on him. Xavier Woods looking to branch off and become a successful singles competitor. He's got quite the first matchup going up against Killer Cross, a former NXT champion.
From Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds, Harry and Ross.
Karrion Kross making his way down to the ring. All these superstars you see on NXT are majority of the superstars that wasn't given much of an opportunity on Raw, SmackDown, and WCW. So now another brand has been made for all these superstars to come over and shine. Karrion Kross, sorry, I keep messing up his name. Killer Kross is back here on NXT as a new man. And he's looking to win the Smoking Skull Championship against Xavier Woods. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. It's a beautiful championship. This is the first matchup of the night. While they fight, I'm about to run to the kitchen real quick. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I done got me a piece of cake, man. Back to the action. Karrion Kross with a choke slam. Can I close out the screen? Okay. Swear I thought Karrion Kross was about to go for a scissors kick. Both of these men, their goal was to be main champion on the main roster someday. But like I said, they haven't been given opportunity. So now they're both looking to lead the mid-card division for the meantime here in NXT. Both got potential to move their way up to become a world champion here in NXT. Karrion Kross couldn't quite get that knee to drop. They dropped all right, just didn't connect with Xavier Woods. And if you're Xavier Woods, you know Xavier Woods has so much. He's had a chip on his shoulder. You see where that tattoo is on his shoulder? He's had a chip on that same exact shoulder ever since him and Kofi Kingston got into that argument backstage, and Kofi brung up how Xavier has never won WWE Gold without him. He's never been a singles champion. And you know that has been eating up Xavier Woods inside for the longest. And Kross with the reversal. Thought we had a new champion right there. Almost. Coming up next, Miles Bourne will be going up against JBL as JBL makes his NXT debut. Miles Bourne, one of the young up-and-coming superstars looking to make a name for himself here in NXT. And Karrion Kross may just be getting ready to play Xavier away. When Xavier kicked out last minute, you can hear the crowd booing. They really wanted Kross to win that championship there. Thought Xavier about to overshot, kill Kross there, kill Kross. And Xavier trying to cheat, use those ropes. Kross kicks out. And oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion. I don't know what just happened. I looked down for a second and Xavier Woods is getting pinned 1, 2, 3. Now we did just see Karrion Kross run and hit Xavier Woods in that corner using his elbow. Did he put something in that pad before hitting him? Because Xavier, I was not expecting Xavier to just go out like that. It was more to this match. And see, there's not even a replay right there. I guess for the meantime, it doesn't matter. Look at the smirk on Karrion Kross's face. We have a new Smoking Skull champion. Karrion Kross is the new Smoking Skull champion. Coming up next, Miles Bourne versus JBL. I don't think a lot of people are looking forward to this match. This is definitely a sleeper match, if you ask me.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Wilmington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Miles Bourne.
Can Miles Bourne take down a legend in JBL? And no limousine for JBL. So in exchange, money is falling from the sky.
And his opponent from New York City, weighing in at 290 pounds,
There's only one other person that can make money fall from the sky like that, and no, I'm not talking about Floyd Mayweather. It is another man who was in NXT who we will see next week make his debut. Okada, the money maker. It'll be raw if the money stayed inside the ring during the match. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll never say JBL has fell off or fallen behind, but what we can say is that the talent that is on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown right now, it was just a little bit too much for JBL to handle. He wasn't given much TV time. He wasn't given much reps to continue perfecting his craft that has already been perfected over the years. So he's made a move down to NXT. He says he does not see it as a demotion, but rather as a opportunity to knock someone's head off, someone new. And he's starting tonight with Miles Bourne, he says. Miles Bourne is someone that's on an ultimate high right now, working his dream job here in the WWE, dating someone who many wish they had a chance with, in Stephanie Vaquer, the WCW Women's Champion. And tonight, he's looking to add to his impressive resume by defeating JBL. Miles using that railing. Get a little height. Couldn't connect with it. JBL gets out of the way. Coming up next, we have a triple threat between LA Knight, Santos Escobar, and D'Lo Brown. That should be an exciting matchup. Both of these men, one of them need to get back into this ring before both of them are counted out. Right now, I think that's the least of their worries. They are not trying to get back into the ring as they continue this fight outside. And Bourne tosses JBL. And Bourne is looking to get an easy W. Bourne is looking to get an easy win against JBL. Can he get it? Bourne defeats JBL in an upset. We already know JBL is not happy about that. I'm assuming we're gonna see more of these two going forward. And here comes LA Knight. LA Knight is making his return to NXT where it all started.
Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight.
Dun, 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 dun. Mixed reactions from the crowd here tonight. Usually the roof would have been blown out this building. They still do the LA Knight chant with him. You messing with a real now. Woo. Here comes D'Lo Brown. Definitely a fan favorite.
And his opponents, first representing the Alpha Academy from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 200.
Representing Chi-Town, D'Lo Brown. You messing with the real deal now. Woo. Better keep your sorry ass out on the street. What you gonna do about it? Coming on, what you gonna do about it? His theme song, very underrated, man. Very underrated. And now, a man who has not had no success on the main roster since he moved up from NXT in the first place. Santos Escobar. This is one of the best wrestlers in the world, but if you mention that to most people, they won't believe it. Santos has had no success since moving up from NXT the first time, and now he's back trying to get his groove back.
From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos Escobar.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. If you're LA Knight, this is a chance for you to prove that you should be competing for that world championship tonight. Not Aleister Black, not Kurt Angle, not Kofi, not Montez Ford. LA Knight should be in that match. Well, we're going to see if he can prove that by defeating D'Lo Brown and Santos Escobar here tonight. And like, let's just think of the story of LA Knight, since getting moved up from the main roster. When he got moved up, he was known as Eli Drake. And definitely was not a fan of that. He was paired with the likes of Otis, and it wasn't Tozawa. Who else was it? No. Was it Otis? I wasn't even. Oh, it was somebody else, bro. I forgot his name. I know who I'm thinking of. I just forgot his name. It's the one model dude, man. That they tried to turn into a model. The Maximum Male Models or whatever their name was. That was a failure. Had a little success in the singles run. Every time he competed for a championship, he either got screwed out of it when he faced Roman Reigns in the Bloodline. Didn't get an opportunity to win Money in the Bank. Didn't compete in the Elimination Chamber. It's just been bad luck for LA Knight. You gotta wonder, do the fans still believe in him? More importantly, Does he still believe in himself? Coming up next after this, we have Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale putting their beef to the side to go up against NXT Women's Champion Geneva Rose and Jada Parker. Should be a good match. You're looking at a real deal now. Ooh. All right, back to the match. I took my attention away for a little minute. Remember, the winner of this match will win a championship match for their respective division. So D'Lo Brown and Santos, one of them will, if they can win this match, will become number one contender for the Smoking Skull Championship, which we just seen won by Killer Cross. And if LA Knight can pull out this victory, he gets a world title championship match against the winner of our main event tonight. D'Lo just waiting for Santos to be done with LA so he can hit him with that sledgehammer right in the back. And D'Lo Brown, this is one of the most talented athletic superstars that you have on your roster. He's got the build, he's got the promo, he's got it all. He's got the connection with the fans. Grew up in Chicago, you know he has that grit to him. And, oh my God, LA Knight, what an innovative movie. Seen him use that in a while. D'Lo Brown, most of his success came with the Nation of Domination. One of his old partners, Mark Henry, is over on SmackDown currently. Gotta wonder if we're gonna see Mark Henry versus Brock Lesnar at some point now that Brock is holding that United States Championship. And now D'Lo and Santos both going up top. What are they thinking here? D'Lo changes his mind. Santos with a nice drop kick. LA Knight rolling out the ring. What is D'Lo going for here? And D'Lo Brown gets both of them in one hit, one little clothesline. He went for it, couldn't connect. And all of these, oh, Santo, oh my goodness, what a sequence. All of these men look like they've been studying footage of each other. And D'Lo Brown gets out of the ring, couldn't quite hear what he said from over here, but he shot at something at them. He just ran back the audio. It sounded like D'Lo Brown said, "You better recognize." Now Santos has a kendo stick in hand. And this is what we love about NXT becoming a new official promotion here within the WWE is because Santos goes for his cover. Hold on. D'Lo breaks it up. It's because these superstars, like say D'Lo Brown for example, yes, he was in a tag team with Kurt Angle competing on SmackDown, but when was the last time you seen those two on television? They weren't on television since before WrestleMania and before the draft. Since WrestleMania, they were not featured on television at all. Then you had LA Knight, who was over on Raw in the world title picture. You're in a stacked division. Don't get me wrong, LA Knight is very talented, but you're going up against the likes every night of Randy Orton, Adam Page, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. Like that's just to name a few that's over there in that world title picture. He wasn't really gonna get much shine with those names over there. And Santos Escobar, I don't even need to mention him. He has not been in this universe ever, it seems. Go ahead and wrap this. And D'Lo Brown continues the assault on LA Knight. LA Knight busted open. Brown switches his attention back to LA Knight. Tosses LA Knight into the, oh, hold on. Santos catches D'Lo off guard. 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar gets a victory here on NXT. D'Lo Brown was too focused on getting LA Knight. He was too focused on LA Knight. He wasn't even worried about Santos Escobar, who was up inside the ring waiting for them. You seen before he tossed LA Knight in, Santos had said something. Santos Escobar has just walked away with a victory. Congratulations for him. That's been a long time coming. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Statlander. Treat me like a woman, don't treat me like a man. Don't treat me like a woman. Yeah.
From Long Island, New York,
Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander will be teaming up with Willow Nightingale. Those two women has had one hell of a rivalry over the years. And tonight, they won't be enemies. They'll be partners. Don't treat me like a man. Here comes Willow Nightingale. Fan favorite in the wrestling world, not just WWE, not just NXT, not just WCW. The whole entire wrestling world adores Willow Nightingale. Most known for, like I said, her rivalry with Chris Statlander. Them two went at it inside an incredible Extreme Rules match.
And their opponents, first, from West Hollywood, California, the NXT Women's Champion,
And this is none other than Geneva Rose. If you are familiar with my universe, you know who Geneva Rose is. She made her debut last year in 2K25. She was one of the longest reigning champions that I had on my universe, going into her rivalry with the likes of Julia and her most known rivalry, Stephanie Vaquer. And now she back in 2K26. She did not defeat Stephanie Vaquer when they faced in the WCW premiere for the Women's Championship, but she's been given the keys here to succeed on NXT. Most key being the NXT Women's Championship. And here comes her partner, Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Miss Parker, Miss Parker, hey, Miss Parker, hey. Jada Parker, her you can obviously hear as a fan favorite. Listen to this crowd. Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker. I low-key want to get a new theme song for her, but this do fit with them saying Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Jada Parker teaming up with NXT champion Geneva Rose. And people are wondering if there's a rivalry between any of these women. No, there is no rivalries. Just four women hungry and eager to showcase the women talent here on NXT. Jada Parker did have a complaint that she posted online, complaining about how Geneva, like the men, you seen Xavier Woods and Killer Cross had to compete for the Smoking Skull Championship. And then you have our main event tonight for the NXT World Championship. Jada Parker took issue with that. She said, why is it that the men get the chance to compete for a championship? They all get an equal opportunity. But Geneva Rose is just handed the championship. So rather than going up against Geneva Rose, she's teaming up with her tonight, going up against Chris Statlander, a former champion, and Willow Nightingale. And the thing to look out for tonight is to see, will Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale be able to work together, put their differences to the side? These women were just beating the hell out of each other about a year ago. And now they are teaming, trying to take down the NXT Women's Champion and Miss Parker. And you see that right there, that little small detail to Jada Parker, that is one reason why she hasn't really been given the opportunities that these other women have, is because she hesitates. Whether it's in the ring or outside of the ring, is always some type of hesitation with Jada Parker. In order to succeed here in the WWE or NXT, WCW, wherever you are, you cannot hesitate. You got to go at it. And you want to talk about why are they giving Geneva Rose the championship? Look at her. She fights. You put her in that ring, she's going to fight. You're tagging out. You cannot be tagging out like that if you want to make your case to become one of the next champions here in NXT. You got to imagine as more women get added to this roster, there's going to be a mid-card championship for the women. There may or may not be tag team championships implemented for the women here on NXT. And look at this. This is what the hesitation. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She better not hesitate to kick out. And that she didn't. She kicked out right away. I don't know what she just said to Geneva there, but she taunted Geneva, and now she's taunting Chris Statlander. Look at her. Look at her. And look, see, this is... we cannot stress this enough with Parker here. This is why she has not been on the winning end or given the opportunities. Not only was she just hesitating moments ago, you're stalling, taunting your opponents. She just gave Chris Statlander the perfect opportunity to make that tag to Nightingale, which she did, and now Parker is on the receiving end of a beatdown between the two. I don't know about y'all, but it looks like Jada Parker is getting exposed here tonight. She just, her tendencies is, we just don't know how to really describe it for real. Well, the only way to describe it is just say it like it is. She has the tendencies of a loser. And I hope she heard me say that. Statlander with a big boot goes for the cover. Now Parker, she has to make the tag. Put your pride aside and tag it. She's not going for the tag. She's going for her signature. That definitely hurt the midsection of Chris Statlander. And we just talked about this. Stop stalling. Stop taunting. Just get the job done. And that's what she's looking to do. It was the stalling that hurt her. If you would have stopped doing the little LeBron James kick and went for your finishing move, you would have connected. Please get her out that ring. Get my champion. Get Geneva Rose back inside that ring. Thank you. Get somebody that knows what they're doing. Look at her. Instantly gets into the match and gets to work. Goes to work. Wasn't even fazed by the big boot of Chris Statlander. Geneva, please don't. Please don't. Thank you. I don't. What just happened? I gotta watch the stream back and see how did that, because I know she tossed her to the corner. I don't know if Parker punched her and made her like. I don't know. That was weird, but it was a pretty cool sequence. Chris Statlander taking this fight outside of the ring to Geneva. So it looked like Parker tried to punch her. She reversed it and glide into that side of the ring, and Geneva hit her signature, finisher, whatever that was. No, it's her signature. It had to be. These women are having a great match right now. Cameraman, do your job. Oh, please do not let this match end and count out. It can't end like that. Geneva getting back into the ring. Tags in Parker. And it looks like this match is about to end on a count out. Jada Parker and Geneva Rose has won this match on the count out. And look at Parker. Just look at Parker. Just acting like she's the reason why they won this match. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is our main event for the I was about to say WWE. For the NXT Women's. I'm drunk. I'm sorry, guys. I've been drinking. For the NXT World Championship. Here comes Montez Ford.
The following is a fatal four-way Extreme Rules match and is for the NXT Championship. Making his way to the ring, representing the Street Profits from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds, Montez Ford.
Montez Ford making his way to the ring. Montez said, look, nothing against my brother Angela Dawkins, but I'm just not looking to go after those tag team championships right now. I want something bigger. I want the world championship. And he said he's going to start by making his name here on NXT. Angela Dawkins obviously took insult to that. Not only is he looking at it as Montez Ford leaving him behind, but at the same time, he's saying, you think I'm not capable of winning a world title myself? You got to think that he feels some type of way about being placed inside the mid-card division, Angela Dawkins. Unlike this man right here who mutually agreed with Xavier Woods to split apart and go their separate ways, going back into the single scene, is Kofi Kingston.
From Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I gotta edit his entrance and stuff. I want the good Kofi Kingston coming out popping the fireworks. I don't even think they got that motion in here, man. Yeah, just ignore that. He not a heel. He's one of my baby faces. I just haven't edited his entrance and stuff. And now here comes one of the men who definitely didn't get no opportunity on Raw or SmackDown. This man is one of the best in the world. He has been fired from WWE multiple times, and now he's made his way here to NXT. Aleister Black. Aleister Black making his way to the ring. When was the last time Aleister Black has been champion? Not world champion, not mid-card champion, not tag team champion, just a champion. It's been a long, long time. It's gonna be difficult for any of these men to become champion when you have this man in here. I gotta update his entrance, put more pyro, cause that one little pyro ain't enough.
Weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And you can tell this is who the crowd wants to win this match. If it's anybody they want to win, it's Kurt Angle. This is for your NXT championship. You can see Kofi rocking that yellow and gold for this match. All of these men look ready. And one thing about these men that they all have in common is that they're all quick. Quick to think, quick on their feet. Just quick in general. Tell you what, no matter who wins, we're going to have a great representation for the NXT Championship. Come on, cameraman, what you doing? Hold on, can I? I'm sorry, this is the one match I did not want to do this for. But I might have to turn the camera cuts off. Or does it still do it? Hold on. Bruh. Alright, so I guess you can't do it in spectator mode. Matter of fact. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around the ring. It's the first time ever that we're using this camera for the matches. It's like a drone that we're using. You get a look at the action from all different types of angles. And this is special that they done pulled this out just for this match specifically. Montez goes over there where Kurt Angle is. And if you're Alistair, you might want to come over here and get a look at this action. Alistair and Montez just yapping at each other. Bruh. Thank you, Kurt, for having some sense. Look at Kurt tossing Alistair Black across the ring. And now went to go target Montez Ford. Didn't quite get all of it. Montez taking down Kurt Angle. And how do you think this feels for Montez Ford and Alistair Black facing some of their, well, more so Montez Ford facing their heroes here, especially Kurt Angle. He was a hero for so many people. But Kofi Kingston, we cannot underrate him as well. And Alistair Black looked up. Tez definitely wanted to drop them thumbtacks down. Instead, gets dropped right on that table. Kurt Angle going for the cover. And look at Kofi going to work with that kendo stick. Look at the athleticism from Kurt Angle. Hopping over Kofi just to get to Aleister Black. And Kofi. Kofi just laid Kurt Angle out. Look at Montez Ford. What is he over there doing? This crowd is getting a great look at the future here of NXT. And now look at Kurt Angle and Kofi working together for that moment. Oh my God. Montez's face kind of not only hit off that chair, but that steel post, and he somehow back up to his feet. Kurt Angle tosses Kofi. Now he goes at it with Ford. Switches his attention back to Aleister Black. And Kofi with a SOS to Aleister Black. Montez Ford with a knee. Straight to the face. Montez picks up his thumbtacks once again. He's the one that brung him out. Is he gonna dump him into the ring? He smacks Kurt Angle across the head with them. Goes for the cover. All of these men looking to become NXT champion. And Aleister Black with a curve stomp on a standing Kurt Angle. Oh my God. Black Mass. Black Mass. Do we have a new champion? Almost. Aleister Black almost became your new NXT champion here tonight. What a sequence from Black. Now for ooh, I thought he wasn't gonna kick out. I did not want the match to end like that. That's the only reason why I paused it. And Kofi Kingston setting that table on fire. Tries to work together again with Kurt Angle. Aleister Black puts a stop to that. Angle slam to Aleister. And now Angle throws Aleister into the ring, trying to go for the win. Montez breaks it up. Montez getting burned by that table there. Angle going for that ankle lock. Kofi almost had the victory. Angle got the ankle lock locked in. Kofi finally realized. Now Angle is burned by that table. Kofi thinks he's got Angle right where he wants him. Trouble in paradise. And wait a minute. Montez Ford picks up Kofi. He was focused on putting him through that table. And if you're Kofi, you should have just risked it and went for the pin right there. Scary moment for Kurt Angle. He almost lost his opportunity at this championship tonight. And Black went for a fireball. Kofi seen it coming and reversed it. What a match. And Alistair. Oh my God. Kurt Angle. Moonsault from the top rope. Going for the cover. Montez Ford breaks it up. Kofi going for a cover. Montez Ford breaks it up again. And what is Kurt Angle? Kurt Angle's going for those steel steps. And then turn back to the action to the ring. Montez Ford brings Alistair up on that rope. Kofi makes a save. Alistair Black went for a knee. Kurt Angle. What a sequence! What a sequence! Alistair Black has been amazing this match. He's looking to become your next NXT champion. And Kofi Kingston disrupts what he had going on there. Went for that knee on Kofi Kingston. Couldn't connect. He felt the kendo stick swing coming. Reversed it. Montez gets out of that. And Kurt Angle going for another ankle lock. Another ankle lock. Montez took out Alistair Black. And he's able to get out of the ankle lock. He's not going to lose. Not like that. Now Montez going up top. Frog splash. Frog splash by Montez Ford. What is... Black focuses back on Montez. Gets him up. He is not able to get this knee off. He went for another frog splash. Couldn't get it. Kofi is now focusing on Black. Kofi getting back into that ring with Montez. And Kofi! What a leg drop from the top rope. Kurt Angle dumps those thumbtacks out. Alistair Black back into the ring with a steel chair. And cracks Kurt Angle across the head with the chair. What a match. What a match between these competitors right now. And Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle looked like he was going for that ankle lock. Aleister Black has been busted open, and Montez rolls right on those thumbtacks that he just put down. And Kurt Angle goes out to get more thumbtacks. These guys are having a thumbtack war right now. Aleister Black finally gets the knee. Finally gets the knee. And Kofi Kingston was just a little short on that drop kick. Oh my God. Montez. Montez Ford is your new NXT champion. He said he was gonna do it and he did it. Wow. The only explanation for why Kurt Angle did not kick out right there is Montez just completely drove his infamous broken freaking neck into all those thumbtacks. It had to cause a shock, and Kurt Angle was not able to get his arms up. Montez Ford is your new NXT champion. Let's take a look now back at the match card. Xavier Woods lost to Killer Cross as Killer Cross became the new Smoking Skull champion. Miles Bourne defeated JBL by countout. JBL was not able to get back into the ring in time. Santos Escobar had a surprising but impressive victory against D'Lo Brown and LA Knight. He will be challenging Killer Cross for that championship next week. Geneva Rose and Jada Parker defeated Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale in a good back and forth match. This was also won by countout. And as we just seen, Montez Ford was able to defeat Kofi Kingston, Aleister Black, and Kurt Angle for the NXT Championship. We appreciate you tuning in to this new era, to this debut of NXT, and we will be back next week, man. Everybody stay cool, stay smooth, stay you, and go watch Monday Night Raw, man. Have a blessed rest of y'all day. I'm out.